Hello to all my friends out there. How you guys? I hope everyone is doing okay. Okay, I am revising my stockpile. And the reason why is shoppers were out of control, dashing out of the door, with their shopping carts full of food, but not paying. I thought, oh my word. What is going on? So if you guys have been shopping, you probably noticed the price of food is going up. But I have spent many months finding the cheapest price on everything. And buying markdowns and buying cheap food, every trick I can think of. And even that, I decided after, the guy was frazzled. Can you imagine? You go through the store, you're doing your grocery shopping, instead of going through the checkout, you just tear out the door, like, with an accomplice out front. We used to have that in the nail shops now and then. Okay. So I mentioned to you guys I was a hairstylist all my life, and I had a lot of bankers for clients. And so today I went to the bank and I thought, wow, we were talking and he goes, well, yeah, they're cleaning up LA and they're sending all for the Olympics, and they're sending all their homeless down here to San Diego. So I thought, wow, that's special. Still drinking tea. This is about day 3. Okay, so it could be the homeless. It could be the fact that where I was has the women's and men's jails very close, and maybe some of them got out of jail. Or it could be that people were just tapped out, and I really can't imagine this. And the guy said, well, we can't do anything. So about at Christmas time, that particular store sold because of the shoplifting. And next door to it was the 99-cent only, and that store had really brutal shoplifting, and the Dollar Trees in El Cajon. So like, okay, nothing can be done. So what is to stop people from doing this? Anyway, that was what was going. But the problem is, from there, they could go to mugging the clients in the parking lots. So I want to move to safer areas to do shopping. Maybe a couple of items, but being hampered with a lot of groceries, I don't think so. Okay, so there's food pantries here. The food bank, churches, where you can get free food in the East County every day except Sunday. They have food stamps and EBT. All the people I've ever tried to help, when they would get to the point where I would be trying to help them, they literally wouldn't have any food in the house. They might have food, but it wasn't exactly edible. Like one, I was trying to help, and one of the neighbors would go to some kind of food place, and then he would leave all the remnants out for them to get. So she had that kind of food. She had food stamps. I don't know what the problem was. But by the time, just like probably these shoplifters, it was pretty critical. So that is why the stockpiling, the food storage has to be done little by little by little. And I mean, nothing drastic has happened. I mean, it could have been drastic for them. They could have lost their jobs. How I started on this really is, there was this guy I knew, and he was bit by a brown recluse spider. By the time he got home, there was no food in the house, and the kid said, Dad, when will we get some food? And he said, I guess the next time I get paid. And so at that time, I started searching around all the food banks and dentists in Tecate. I mean, everything I could think of, and I've been at it. That's gotta be 10 years ago. So, and then the most important thing, I think stockpiling food is more important than storage of money. Although I do think storage of money is very, very important. So, okay, so I revised my just my way of living, what I do is I eat the food I stockpile. So what I thought was breakfast and lunch will be a sandwich, but for breakfast I could have a cereal. And what I did was I went to the markdown store, because I told you guys yesterday there were boxes of cereal for 47 cents. And I go, why didn't you pick up a couple? Well, I went to a different one, the one where they had the food shoppers, and there wasn't any. So, but then I did find out about the shoplifting. So cereal and milk and a sandwich. So what I did was first of all, I got a bunch of free sandwiches from 7-Eleven, and then I stopped by Walmart, and today I got this really good chicken sandwich marked down. So this was $2.61 and I saved $1.50, and that was a meal in itself. So what I do is I thaw out, so this is for tomorrow, I thaw that out, and then when I come into the gym I might eat half. So I have bowls of cereal and milk, oatmeal, 1/4 cup oatmeal, 1/4 cup nuts and fruit, 1/4 cup powdered milk, and 1.5 cups of powdered milk, and that'll give you a nice bowl of cereal. And then any kind of soup and crackers, you know. And then so for breakfast, I have been having these, you know, deli sandwiches, and I will continue to find them marked down now. And I freeze them, and then, you know, they're good to go. Peanut butter and jam or honey, that's good for breakfast. Egg and cheese sausage with mustard, so I just fry breakfast sausages, 2 pieces of bread with mustard. Ham and Swiss cheese, chicken patty, and mayo. Also, I have fish patties, grilled cheese, tuna, Dollar Tree sandwiches, chicken and hamburgers. One of those would be good. Bologna, salami, bacon, or sausage and egg. And then I could also make a large order of fries the night before and eat them at some time in between breakfast and lunch. So breakfast and lunch is a sandwich with like a cereal and milk, or a large order of fries, something along those lines. Today I was eating sandwiches with chips. And then I have milk, which I could make chocolate milk, tea, or coffee. Okay, now for dinner, if things get tight, I want to make sure I have meat in my freezer. So if you have everything else but the meat, then all you have to buy is the meat, and you don't have to resort to these drastic measures. They don't care if they're surveilled. So I have cheap meat, and you see me eat it. I bought, let's see if I can get it out. Oh, I hate to open this thing. I bought these sausages for $5. I think it was yesterday, so that's 4 meals. And then you guys saw I bought a lot of donuts to go with my tea. I need more cookies from Dollar Tree, the sandwich cookies with the vanilla and chocolate. Those are really good. Okay, so hot dogs, chicken legs. I saw them at Walmart. You know, the bag, it was $5, but now it's $5.60, a little under $6. Tuna, salmon, Spam, corned beef, hams, the little canned hams, sausages, corned beef hash, and sardines. So some of those you can keep those canned for months, long time. And then big bags of rice, beans, and potatoes. Okay, with the rice, you fry your Spam in a little oil. Then you add your cooked rice, and you add vegetables, and you stir fry those to brown the rice. And then you season it with salt, pepper, and sugar. and some soy sauce, and you have a nice big pile of food. And you make these big pots of food and you just eat them until they're gone. You're not going to be in a situation where you're desperate. Macaroni and cheese, complete boxes of spaghetti. So you get the spaghetti, the cheese, and the spaghetti sauce. For beans, I have big bags of pinto beans. That's why you want to store bacon or ham. And then there's lima beans. And then there's pork and beans to make baked beans. And then big bags of potatoes, and regular potatoes too, so you can make your fries so you won't be hungry. So now what I have done is spent months finding marked down meat, marked down everything, marked down vegetables from Smart and Final. Okay, marked down fruit and vegetables. And also, so what I did buy today when I went into the place was I bought this big, I've been buying pickled, these are pickles, food for $1.99. How many is in here? 29 servings. So this is about enough for a month. So you have your sandwich, and a pickle is a cucumber. And then these are pickled zucchinis. These are good that I made. So if you had some lettuce and some pickled zucchinis and some tomatoes, they're good with salad dressing. Okay, bread, homemade, but you need sandwich bread for eating these 2 sandwiches a day. And then, like, if you're really hungry, you can have 3 pieces of bread with 2 pieces of bologna and cheese, with pickles, with lettuce, with tomato. And when you go out and buy a fast food hamburger, ask for extra lettuce and tomato for a few cents, and then ask for a salad dressing and a knife and a fork, and then you have a little salad on the side. Butter, I make my own, and milk, powdered milk. So Feature Man bought the big $20 bag of powdered milk. I think that's the way to store it myself. I'm going to do that. I like whole milk, but it's expensive. Okay, buttermilk. Okay. Now, with milk, you stockpile rice, so you can make rice milk, oatmeal, so you can make oatmeal milk, nuts, so you can make nut milk, coconut. Yesterday I made coconut. Where is that? Here it is. I was going to make some rice pudding tonight, but I have a lot of food left, so I want to eat that before I start cooking more. Okay, so soy milk. And then I want to talk about canned food to keep on hand. So one thing to do is keep your eye out for pickled vegetables, and then save these jars and pickle your own. Okay, so now this is, get the big ones, and then just eat beef stew. Eat them until they're gone. And I will be making this. This is a can of roast beef, and what I will do is I'm going to put it in the middle and then surround it with all vegetables that I have, whatever I have to use them up. And then I have vegetable bouillon. Well, you're just going to have to, oh, here it is something. What is this? Ugh. Here it is. Looks like the paprika spilled. So I usually make about 2 cups of that. And then it's like a really good situation, because then you have like your meat and your potatoes and your vegetables, and then you put your chicken bouillon, and it's like soup for the next day. And then I started getting like these big cans of chili rather than the small ones, and they have here serve on rice or with chips. And then this stuff is not bad. Dollar Tree, I eat this right out of the can sometimes, or I heat bread and put this on top. That is good, chicken all the time. And then this is vegetable soup, so you're always going to have vegetables that day. And then I started buying the big cans of fruit, and this is 7 servings, so it's enough for a week. And it doesn't take up as much space when you buy these big cans. And then you know, okay, I have enough for several days. And then at the place that had the cereal on sale, I also got crackers and graham crackers, really cheap. So just by going there every single day, you can, I should have bought the cereal yesterday. And then here is, this is really crazy to do to your hand-blown bowls. These are zucchini. I have 2 avocados. I have an acorn squash. I have half of one in the refrigerator. I have 3 pears and 3 apples. And what I want to use the apples and pears for is to make like applesauce or pear sauce, and then I freeze it and I make fruitcake. So those are good tips as far as, you know, how to buy your food. So when I go into Walmart, grocery outlet, there's 2 of them, I shop around for storable food first, and then I shop around for the meat, and I shop around for the, you know, the dairy section, and then all of the nuts, and I'm looking for big bags of coconut. Okay, so markdown sandwiches, bakery and salad from Walmart. So every time I spend money, I say, can I do without this? Can I find it cheaper? Can I make do with what I have? However, keep stockpiling a little food every single day if you can. Also, take advantage of food apps like Jack in the Box has breakfast sandwiches for $2.99, 24 hours a day. And McDonald's has fries, $1.29. Sometimes it doesn't let me use the app. And then today it had free Big Mac with a minimum purchase of $1. Well, there's nothing for $1, but if you're gonna buy, like today I bought tea, I could have gotten a free Big Mac, except for I wasn't watching what I was doing. Okay, for the sandwiches, peanut butter, bologna, and cheese, egg salad, and tuna. Also, Top Ramen with a big order of fries is not bad. French toast, pancakes, and grits. So the other night I had grits, and I started making my grits with milk, and then I put a little bit butter. I just make a microwave egg, and I do either sausages or bacon in the oven. Okay. Another thing you can do is when you make these pots of food, eat the food for 2 or 3 days at a time. Just get used to doing that. So, which is easy to say if you've been stockpiling ever since the COVID. But if you haven't, you've got to start somewhere. So let's see, I'm looking here. The frozen pizzas at Walmart are pretty good. Breakfast sandwiches from Dollar Tree. Okay, those are pretty good. No. Sardines and crackers are pretty cheap. And then now for this eating a variety of food. This makes sense to me. So you have a small portion of meat, say one of these roast beefs. And then you have acorn squash, you have potatoes, you have carrots, you have onions, you have whatever you have available. And you pour your bouillon cubes, and they say bake it down at 325, or a crock pot would be good too. So you make this, you make some homemade bread, you have some honey or some jam, and then you have a few cookies and some tea, and you know, you're just not gonna, just don't go there. I don't know if people think nothing bad is ever going to happen again. A better way to think about it is we don't know when something bad is going to happen. So another thing is you know, when you do get some extra money, that is a good time to, like, not spend too much, but I will give you an example. When I used to go to the swap meet, and I mentioned to you that I just sell my junk for $1 each. I don't want to stand in the sun. I don't want to get sunburns. It's stuff I would donate anyway, and it gives the person a good deal. So I usually make about $200, so I would swing by Grocery Outlet and buy $30 worth of food. And at that time I could buy enough food for about a week for $30. And so by carefully shopping, you know, there's lots of food that's on sale. Today I bought root beer at Ralph's. I think their soda, the Ralph's brand soda for the price, is the best. And they also have meat marked down a lot and deals, various sorts. Okay, you guys, that is it. I will see you tomorrow. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And God bless you all.